What's up, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to give you guys a quick update on the markets. Please note that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And don't forget to smash the like button. Anyways, for Tesla, I just wanted to remind everyone that the sales in China were looking pretty good as they were up about 3% year over year and 17% month over month. That's part of why Tesla's outperforming, not to mention this news about a potential 6-seat Model Y that could be coming out in China. This is what reports are suggesting. It's not a 100% guarantee, but it is what is making a lot of headlines. There's a lot of excitement associated with this, especially as it may be launching sometime in 2025, according to reports. So this would be very, very good. There's also some talk about them projecting an increase in production and capacity numbers for their Giga Shanghai. That's bullish news for Tesla as well. So we had some very exciting news that came out this morning. It's part of why Tesla's outperforming the market. But the question is, what's going to happen from here? So that's why I want to talk about some key levels. So for Tesla, we have support at this 215 area and also at 212. Our resistance to watch for is at 217 and 220. That is the range of the day so far between 212 and 220. Quite a bit of a range, but I just want to say that the market has been showing some weakness because of some manufacturing numbers that came out. They weren't too good. They weren't too good or too bad. They're just kind of in the middle. But unfortunately, we weren't able to break past the key resistance on SPY. We actually made a move back down, and we're still range bound, and we made a move all the way back down to our critical support. So we're going to be watching to see if that holds. So what happened with the manufacturing numbers? Basically, everything was very mixed. The manufacturing PMI was at 47.2. So this was a little bit below expectations. Everything else was like decent. So like employment was above. Then we had new orders below, and then prices were above. So it was very mixed, right? Very, very mixed data. The market's reaction, however, was more negative. So that's part of why Tesla didn't really start to push. This could really have pushed a lot higher if it wasn't for the market kind of dipping today. So Tesla has this resistance. I think that we're just going to be range bound for the time being. If we lose 212, Tesla's going to be dipping all the way down to about 208. And if we end up breaking past 220, look for a push for 222. But I think that Tesla's just going to be range bound for now, whereas the market is building some weakness. Now, unfortunately, this was a crazy move. We had a very, very nice looking attempts to try to break 565. I was talking about this yesterday, but I was hoping we would break out and do a much better job at holding up. Instead, it was just a straight up collapse back down. So very, very insane manipulation. So we're at 556 now on SPY. We just have to read the chart and continue from here. We have a range on SPY. Typically, when we get hits in the 556 area, SPY does tend to get bought back up. And when we reach 562 to 563, we do have a tendency of rejecting. Sometimes even at 565 as we got close to all-time highs. So this time we hit 565 only to reject. We got a massive rejection with the manufacturing numbers, but now we're at some critical support at 556. If we hold 556, look for 558 and 560. If we lose 556, we're going to be dipping back down towards the 553 area. So we got to hold 556 for at least the time being. If we close below 556 for 2 days in a row, that's going to be a bearish sign, and SPY is going to see a much bigger decline. So that's going to be a critical support for us. We'll see if this holds. It also aligns with the 50 EMA on the 4-hour time frame, so we'll see how things go. For Nvidia, we got this big rejection starting to dip quite a bit right over here. We're going to be looking at our key support around this 110 area and also at 109. This is where we have this gap. Nvidia's looking kind of weak because we lost our 117 key supports. So I'm going to be looking at resistance right over here at 114. Our key support is going to be around 109. We look more bearish on Nvidia, and this is dragging things down lower. That's part of why the market is dipping as Nvidia is leading us down. Unfortunately, we lost our key support. Bitcoin's getting dragged down until we hit the 50 EMA only to come back down. We have support around 57,000, so we haven't lost critical support. We're just kind of dipping a little bit. So if we lose the 57,000 area, we could turn more bearish. If we hold this, we could rebound, but we're still kind of stuck for now. For others out there, such as the QQQ, we're barely at 468. If we don't hold that, I'll be looking for basically 465. We're at critical support. If we lose our 4-hour 200 EMA, it's a bad sign for the QQQ. To be bullish, you want to break past 472 at least. Otherwise, we're at risk of dipping. And our key support's at 468. We're kind of shuffling near it, but we are still looking kind of bearish, so just be kind of careful. For Apple, we are continuing to sink. We could be dipping down to about 223.8, if not lower. And we have resistance at 226. So we are looking a little bit more bearish for Apple. For others out there, such as the IWM, we look more bearish. We need to reclaim 216.5 at the very least. Otherwise, we're at risk of dipping all the way down towards 214. For Coinbase, we're collapsing. We reached 178, the level I called out. If we don't hold 178, we're going to be at risk of dipping down to 172. For Amazon, we were supposed to break past the 200 EMA to remain bullish. This is a red line. I was hoping we'd break this to go up to 180. Instead, we rejected. So because we rejected, our target's 175, if not 172. If that breaks, look for a little bit of a dip. Meta could be dipping a little bit lower. We're barely at support at this 512 area. If that fills us, we'll be dipping all the way down towards 510. And we have resistance all the way up here around 517. So we still kind of bearish on Meta. For Microsoft, we're trying to just consolidate right now. We have support at 415, resistance at 420, kind of stuck in the middle. For Google, we're kind of dipping right now. If we continue to fall, we're basically looking for we have 161 as support, not to mention 159, and we have 163 as resistance. We could be dipping lower, so watch for that. So with that being said, guys, as far as Tesla goes, we're just range bound, and unfortunately, we did attempt to rebound. I think we're doing a good job at holding up compared to the markets, but unfortunately, because the market's been dipping quite a bit, it's kind of stopping and really hindering Tesla to get a nice push, which is why we're just range bound for now. So I think that's what Tesla's going to do for the time being. And let's just hope for the best. We'll see how well SPY holds our support, and we'll give this the time it needs. With that being said, guys, I'm going to be honest. The market could be very tricky. Sometimes unexpected things could happen, but we just have to make adjustments and be very adaptive to the markets no matter what. So we'll be watching our key levels and be very, very patient nonetheless. And we'll see how well Tesla does. But so far, it looks like it's range bound to me. All right. So thank you for listening, guys. Have a great day and peace out.